Hey guys, welcome to WordsAtScale, and today I want to share a case study that I read on Reddit. It's about someone who went from 78 clicks to over 8,000 clicks in a matter of months, and this is a fresh case study, only 7 days old at the time of the recording. So let me first read through this case study, give you my honest opinion, and then I'll tell you how you can implement the same for your websites. So basically, this is a guy who runs SEO for Clippy, a free screen recorder. He's shared a Google Search Console screenshot that saw him make this leap in just 3 months' time. And to his own admission, the only reason was that he started paying attention to the actual queries leading to his website. So 6 months ago, the site was doing 58 organic clicks a month. The latest month in Search Console shows 8,018 clicks. Last 28 days, 7,800. 5.3% CTR, average position 9.1. Same tiny team, zero ad spend, no funding round. Here's the curve. And then he goes on to tell about why he thinks this happened. And his honest take is that there is no magic bullet, and what he did was pretty boring, which has to do with intent matching. So we thought we were building a screen recorder. Google sent us people trying to solve one specific problem instead. For months, our page said Clippy, record your screen. Nobody searches that. What people actually type is how to download a Loom video for free. So we built the exact page, the tool that does that one thing, free, no sign up. That query is now around position 2.7 with roughly 38% CTR. Match the page to words in the search, and Google has an easy decision to make. We went wide on the long tail instead of fighting one fat keyword. Not a single Loom downloader page, a cluster. Download Loom video, Loom to MP4, Loom to GIF, the Spanish variants, etc. And the funny part, to keep this from being a victory lap, Clippy still doesn't rank #1 for Clippy. This isn't a we won post, it's a the boring intent matching thing works even for a free tool with no budget. And the comments are pretty encouraging. People are saying that there is a lot of merit in what this guy has done, which in reality has to do with how people are finding your website and whether you're able to match the intent, meaning you create pages that reflect the queries that lead to your website. Now, I want to show you how to do that manually first inside of Google Search Console. For the change, let's look at my Ohio hoarding cleanup directory. Now, what you need to do first is scroll down, select queries, and then rank from highest impressions to lowest. Let me explain the Google's logic first. So, whenever you are seeing queries like this that get a lot of impressions and 0 clicks, most of the time, what it means is that Google is showing you for this keyword. Let me find a good example here. Let's take this one. Hoarder services for seniors. 175 impressions, 0 clicks. And if we click on this query, we'll see a corresponding page. And the page this query leads to is Free Hoarding Cleanup Resources Ohio. So there is a clear intent mismatch. And if I want to capitalize on this keyword, I need to create a page which literally says Hoarder Services for Seniors in its title. Okay, what about this one? Hoarding Cleanup for Voorhees, which leads to Northeast Ohio, Cincinnati, or other Ohio and Dayton area. So no dedicated page. Now let's switch it up. Let's look at my Hoarding Cleanup Summerview website. Let's do the same. Sort by impressions. And as you can see, a query that gets a lot of impressions is Hoarding Cleanup Container near me. And what does it lead to? It leads to a bunch of different pages, and none of them talk about containers. And we can keep on going, so let's go to one of my other websites. And what you want to look for, again, is high impressions and 0 clicks. Content at scale, impressions but 0 clicks. Why do we think that is? And this is because it leads to Agility Writer Review that never ever mentions content at scale, which is an AI writing tool. It has those separate words as content and then at scale, but it doesn't mention the tool. So people who look up that tool, they're getting served this Agility Writer Review article, and obviously they do not click. Now, obviously, we can make it better and more automated. That's why I created a skill that I will share inside of my Skool community. There's going to be a separate Vibe SEO class that I will paste that skill into. I want you to run my Google Search Console intent matcher for my Ohio hoarding directory website. And this skill is pretty robust. It's what I call a meta skill because it uses my existing Google Search Console skill that connects my Claude to my Google Search Console. And I have that skill as a separate document inside of Skool. And it also uses Open Router API to do the intent matching. So it reads the target query, it reads the query, it reads the target page, and decides on whether the intent is matched. So what it says is I'll start by pulling a fresh Google Search Console token, found it, let me set up tracking and locate the right audit folder. Now running the engine, this pulls all 3 Google Search Console datasets. And before anyone asks this, fetching this programmatically has its own benefits. So if you were to replicate this process inside of Google Search Console, you wouldn't be able to because you would get separate queries data and separate pages data as downloads. You wouldn't be able to match those. But since we are fetching them programmatically, it fetches both the query and the page it corresponds to. So it's impossible to do that just by manually downloading datasets for Google Search Console. The only other way is basically following the query and seeing which page it led to. Okay, and what this skill does, it also creates an HTML report like this one, and it's very easy to read from left to right. You have your queries, you have the page that Google is showing for this query. It has one of 2 decisions. Folded means that usually can be added, this query I mean, as an H2. And when it says separate page, that means that the intent is not matched and this query deserves a new separate page. And then every query is split into tier 1, so the keywords to optimize first, then tier 2, tier 3, and finally the rest of the queries. So let's take a look. Let's read through a couple of examples. So hoarder cleanup service costs. This leads to the cost calculator, and the AI thinks the intent is matched, and I would agree. But it doesn't hurt to add hoarder cleanup service to the H2 inside of the calculator, so it ranks better. Okay, this is a good example of a mismatched intent. So people are actually looking for free help for hoarders, and they are being offered free hoarding cleanup resources, which is not the same thing because free resources doesn't mean the actual cleanup service is free. Let's see another example. And this is actually a very good example for a directory like hoarding cleanup. I'm getting a lot of queries that do not lead to a subsequent separate page. So dumpster rental for hoarding cleanup just leads to the directory. Hoarding cleanup Horsham just leads to the directory. Professional hoarding cleanup services. Hoarding cleanouts in Asylum, I can butcher the name, also leads just to the directory page. Hoarding cleanout Mill Creek, same thing, just leads to the directory, and all these deserve separate pages. And there are a lot of impressions, so I can easily double or triple my existing traffic just by doing that. And I will record a case study. So once again, if you want access to this skill, sign up for my Skool community. Many of the skills that are premium are not in the Skool community. Those would be the LLM keyword research, the niche gap finder, the niche tool gap scanner, the programmatic SEO one, and many others like the faceless video review, which is actually part of a separate course. Go check it out. Let me know if you like this new rubric of me finding relevant, interesting, and recent case studies. Let me know in the comment section down below. Hope this was helpful, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.